Let's do it. This is IUICAZ. Hey, this is IUICAZ. Hey, keeping the faith in the King, and the patience will give us the free.
Read on. Our necks are under persecution, and that's what's going on right now. Your necks are under persecution, brother. You have a question? We're here for you, brother. What question you got? Come for it. What's your name? That's a Hebrew name. My name is Abiel, and these are my brothers. All right? So, do you know who you are according to the Bible? Okay. Where's your father from? From Mexico. Where on this sign is Mexico? Show me. On this sign, where is Mexico? What does it say? The tribe of what?
Aztecs.
Right? And what does it say next to it?
Mexicans.
And next to that? Issachar. That's the tribal name. That's where the word Aztec comes from. Aztec comes from Issachar. Okay? But when the Spanish came over, Mexicans said Issachar. They understood Azteca. So that's how the word Aztec came into play. You understand? Azteca comes from Issachar. Go to Genesis chapter 49. I'm going to show you that your people, my brothers in Mexico, the Issacharites from Israel, are in this Bible. Read that. Read Genesis chapter 49, verse 1.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I might tell you that which shall befall you in the last day.
Well read. So now we're in the last days. Ever since Christ came into the scene, he started the last days. Right now we're in the last days, brother. And our forefather Jacob, who is Israel, he's our forefather. And the 12 tribes of Israel. I come from the tribe of Ephraim, you come from the tribe of Issachar. But now, as us being tribal members, we have to learn what we got to do in these last days. So go jump to Issachar, please.
Verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass.
Do you know what an ass is? A donkey. Very good. Now, why would God compare y'all to a donkey? What does a donkey do? Besides that, why are donkeys used for anything? What are they used for? To work. The Most High compared Issachar, the Mexicans, to a strong ass, meaning a strong donkey. Meaning Mexicans, listen, I don't care what any Latino says. Nobody can talk any mess about Mexicans. You know why? Because y'all work hard and y'all take any type of job y'all can get. You understand? You'll do jobs no one else will do. And that's the reason why they're trying to build a wall over there on the border. They're trying to hold you back. They hate you, but they need you. We hate them, but we need them. Do you understand? You're strong. You're strong and smart too. Donkeys aren't stupid. They're smart. They know where to go and they know what to do. They're strong. They hold two burdens. It's gonna go into it right now. Read on.
Issachar is a strong ass couching down between two burdens.
Meaning between two burdens. One burden for the day, another burden for the night. But y'all work all day, all night. Read on.
And he saw that rest was good.
Now what are Mexicans famous for? The siesta, right? Gotta take a break. Everything shuts down for like 2 hours and everybody takes a rest. That's what the Bible talks about. You take good rest, all right? This is showing you that Mexicans are in this Bible. Read on.
And the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear.
Because Mexico is a pleasant land. You got highlands, you got lowlands, you got valleys, right? You got Cancun, you got Guadalajara, you have all these beautiful sierras and everything. Everything's beautiful in Mexico, right? That's good land. Read on.
And became a servant unto tribute.
Now the Bible says that y'all became servants unto tribute, meaning you will work any job, but you'll work with whatever they give you. And the people that took advantage of us, took advantage of y'all. Okay? And they said, we'll just pay them whatever. They'll do anything for money. You understand? And that's not cool. But it's a prophecy. All right? Is there anything else? All right, read that again.
Issachar Issachar is a strong ass.
So once again, Issachar is a strong ass, strong donkey, or strong, hard-working people. Read on.
Couching down between two burdens.
Because y'all always working. You got two burdens. You got two jobs. You understand? Not one job, two. Y'all be holding it down, and if anything, maybe three. Holding it down for the family. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And he saw that rest was good.
And you saw that rest was good, meaning you found great land to rest it. Read on.
And the land that it was pleasant.
Meaning like fruits and vegetables, right? You got the onions over there, you got pineapples, cherries, all types of stuff. That's what y'all do. Y'all work the land, and y'all make sure that land work for you. That's why it's good and it's pleasant. Read on.
And bowed his shoulder to bear.
Right? You bowed your shoulder to bear. Then you bow down to go ahead and pick the berries and work with two burdens, with two jobs, to serve you, to help your family. Go ahead.
And became a servant unto tribute.
And then while the heathen around us watched us do that, watched y'all do that, they took y'all for servants. Okay? Like the cha-cha, right? The cha-cha. You know what I'm saying? That's the maid or the butler. That's what went down. Read on. That was it. So now, why are we in the conditions that we're in today? You know why? Do you know why we're last hired, first fired? Why are we hated in the street? Do you know why? Very good, yes. They fear us because they know who we are, but we don't know who we are. So I'm going to show you who we are. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 15. Very good. We're going to go into Deuteronomy 28 and 15 and tell you why we're last hired, first fired. How come our families don't know about this? Because mommy and papi should have known about this. Right? But how come they didn't tell you that to your parents? How come they tell that to your grandparents? You understand? Because they didn't find it necessary for them to know. And especially they don't want you to know. But we're going to tell you. Because the Most High found it necessary for us to know. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So Mexicans, and not only Mexicans, all blacks, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, we are under curses because we broke God's command. We don't want to listen to God. You understand? We wanted to listen to Guadalupe. We wanted to listen. Actually, her real name is Tonantzin. You know who Tonantzin is? Tonantzin is the pagan god that the Indios had. And then the so-called conquistadors came and they took that goddess and turned it into Guadalupe, and then they threw an extra guy in there called Juan Diego, just to make the story look nice. Guadalupe is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And that's the reason why we're in the conditions that we're in, because we're following other gods.
Right.
Watch this, read on.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So today we're cursed in the city, right? They call us spick, wetback, they call us nigga, everything, right? They call us all types of names. We're cursed in the city, right? Yo, bro, stick around, this is for you, you heard? Yo. So this is what this Bible says. Read it again.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So we're cursed in the city. We're last hired, first fired. You understand? Back then, we were sold in the city. You understand? We were sold as slaves. Don't think that black people were the only ones that went into slavery. Latinos were slaves first, then the Moreno was the slave afterwards.
Right.
From 1492 to 1600, Latinos were slaves first. And after they killed 200+ million of us, that's when they went to Africa and got Negroes, not Africans.
Right.
There's a difference. Read on.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So we're cursed in the city. You understand? We're sold as slaves. Today, we're sold. We're bought wholesale and sold retail. You understand? We work harder than what we're worth. You understand? And then now, cursed in in the field, where are we working at? We're picking onions, we're picking cherries, we're picking berries, we're picking all types of stuff, corn, everything, right? Sold, bought at wholesale, sold at retail. You get it? We're being paid less than what we're worth. Read on.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
So whatever we bring in for us is not enough to eat. Back then it was the same thing. And cursed would be our store because there's some Mexicans and some Latinos, some Morenos, and some Native Americans that do own businesses, but do they make enough out of that business? No. Do you know why? Because we broke God's commandments.
Right.
Read on.
Right. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
So curse our children now. Because what's going on right now? All of a sudden now the kids got little heads? What the hell is that? All of a sudden our kids are being born with they're trying to say that it's Zika. Every year is some different type of disease. Last year was what? It was Ebola. This year is now Zika. What's next? You understand? Planned Parenthood is a disease. Do you understand? You don't realize how many Planned Parenthoods are in our neighborhood? You didn't notice that? Margaret Sanger was the one that said that we are reckless breeders. Hillary Clinton was the one that was like, we should support, what's her name? Margaret Sanger. You understand? But Planned Parenthood is more into Black and Latino communities than any other community. You understand why? Because the founders said that we were reckless breeders. You understand? And that's the reason why the Bible says that our children will be cursed. The fruit of our body will be cursed.
Right.
You understand? The minute they find out that there's a baby in our sister's stomach, there's a problem. Here's some prenatal stuff. Are you sure you want to keep this baby? You sure? This is your second one. Times are hard. This is your third one. Times are hard. Next thing you know, they tell the women, they tell our women, you got to get a C-section. They get a C-section, their abdomen gets weak, and then it gets to the point where they can't have kids anymore. That's of the devil. And the Bible proves that. Read it again.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
So our children are cursed. Read on.
And the fruit of thy land.
Not only are kids cursed, but our fruits are the fruit that we grow are cursed. Anybody here, has anyone ever seen seeds in a line? How many seeds have you taken out of a line? I'm ready. I have never seen a seed in a line, brother. Lemons, I've seen seeds. I don't see seeds in limes. Our fruit is cursed. You understand? Our food is cursed. Jump down to 31.
Verse 31. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes.
Because our food, our cattle, is taken away from us, you know?
And thou shalt not eat thereof.
And we don't have enough to eat. That happened to the Native Americans when this other nation came. When the European came, that's exactly what happened. They took all the hides. They took the meat and spoiled it for them. You know?
Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face.
So any type of thing that could benefit our people was taken away. Robbed. You know?
And shall not be restored to thee.
And it won't be returned because the custom of the Israelites was if you took something, you had to give that back and double. But it wasn't going to be restored. Why? Because we broke God's commandments.
That's right.
Now, go to 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Now let's talk about ACS. Because a lot of y'all know what goes on. When a call goes into ACS, they take your children and then they ask questions later. You understand? But read it again.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Back in past, the European came and he took Latino children, they took black children, they took Native American children and shipped them back into Europe, and they became what's called curios, meaning curious items. When those kids grew up, they got thrown into the streets. That's what happened to black, Latino, and Native American children. Read it again.
Thy sons and thy
and given unto another nation. Read on.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand.
So our people, we cried for our children. Okay, when the European came and they took our kids from 1492 all the way up to the 1800s, they took our children and they brought them into Europe and they sold them into other nations. And we cried unto them. And what happened? We had no might in our hand. We had no power against muskets, knives. We didn't have power against that. We had power against armor. We didn't have armor. All we had was our good skills on how to work this good land. That's it. We had bows and arrows, yeah, but that was used for hunting. That wasn't used for fighting. And scalping wasn't even from the Native Americans. That happened from the Europeans when they came over here. Did you know that Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill? Did you know that he was called the village burner? What he did, for the most part, all the presidents that are on your money today are decimators of our people. George Washington was called the village burner. Abraham Lincoln was had slaves himself, and the Emancipation Proclamation had nothing to do with saving the slaves. That was just an economic move. Andrew Jackson took the skin of Native Americans and Mexicanos and made curtains out of them. They took the men's scrotum and turned them into tobacco pouches. The women's breasts became tobacco pouches too. And the rest of their skin became curtains and lampshades. They even made leather boots out of our skin. And his face is on a $20 bill, bro. Read it again.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand.
So that we had no power against that. We had absolutely no power against that. But why? Again, I ask you, why did all these things happen? Because we broke God's commandments.
That's right.
But now we have a chance to come back and repent and keep these commandments. Go to 47. Watch this.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
Because at one time we had everything. Remember, we just read it in Genesis chapter 49, according to for Issachar. They had got good land. Everything was good. In fact, Mexico wasn't even a country. It was a freaking empire. Mexico started from California and went all the way down to Guatemala. What happened? We broke God's commandments. There's a poster from Absolute Vodka that shows you a map for at the very least 45% or 30% of America belong to Mexico. Texas or Texas was part of Mexico at one time. And it wasn't that Mexicans attacked America. America attacked Mexicans. And the green card was established by Mexicans for the Americans. When the whole thing with the Alamo went down, that's when they flipped the script. And then Americans was like, nah, you Mexicans, you want to come in here? You gotta need a green card. Nah, Mexicans had that first because they knew who this American was. You want to come into Mexico? You need a green card, essay. That's how it was. Because they understood, they saw what was happening to the Native Americans. So they wanted to protect themselves. Okay? Read that.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God.
And that's the reason why y'all got attacked. Because you didn't want to serve the Lord that got how?
With joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
That's why y'all got attacked. Because rather than serving God, you wanted to serve Guadalupe. You wanted to serve all other gods that have nothing to do with this Bible. You want to serve La Virgen Maria, which she's not even a virgin. The black Mary that's in this Bible laid down with Joseph and had a black Christ.
That's right.
Right here. You understand? This man is in the Bible. However, this guy right here is not in the Bible. And that's the reason why we're last hired, first fired. That's the reason why we got all these problems on ourselves. Why? Because we broke God's commandments. And it's listed right here. Read it again.
Because thou servest not
another God. Sister, come here. You say God bless you, but which God are we talking about?
Right.
Which God are we talking about? Because according to the Bible, God is black.
Right. That's right.
We can talk about that too.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.